Disclaimer: the information shared on this podcast is intended for educational and inspirational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional advice, diagnosis, or treatment. We are not licensed therapists, counselors, or medical professionals, and the content shared here should not be taken as mental health, medical, legal, or financial advice. Always consult with a qualified professional regarding any mental health, emotional, or personal development issues you may be facing. Listening to this podcast does not create a professional relationship. The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests are their own and do not represent any official organizations or affiliations. While we aim to offer support and encouragement, your personal growth journey is your own, and you are responsible for any decisions or actions you take based on the content of this podcast. Listener discretion is advised for sensitive topics. Thank you for joining us, and remember you're not alone on this journey.
Universe of you. Welcome to Season 3! Heal and Hustle. Because you shouldn't have to choose between peace and progress. If you're tired of being told just to meal prep or to go for a walk while you're already drowning in deadlines, job hunt, uni drama, friends, and just existential crisis, you're in the right place. This episode, we're striking a balance between creating a healthy life and also living your life. So for this specific episode, since it's such an important topic, we need accurate information. We have the head of dietetics from Sheikh Shakpoot Medical City, Miss Bathool, here with us today to give her valuable information to you. She has over 30 plus years of experience, so you know you're getting the
right
best advice. Yes. So the episode breakdown for today's episode is debunking diet cultures and unrealistic routines.
What I should actually be eating.
What if I don't like eating healthy foods?
Navigating hustle culture and hectic schedules.
Eating disorder, binge cycles, and body image.
Eating out and travel and live life. Yes, you can have it all.
So let us begin. So, Ms. Bathool, what is wellness and what's actually sold online? What's the difference? What's the truth?
Say hi to everybody and thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk on this topic. Well, my main theme, my main advice on this will be don't go to extremes. That's the motto that they have to follow. Okay. Coming to real wellness, if you will see real wellness is holistic well-being that has an interconnection with your physical, mental, spiritual health, and it also encompasses your physical, spiritual health. So the other thing about the vice versa, the false claims often promote quick fixes and then not substantial remedies. Then you have for specific ailments. So if you have this, you have to take this. So that is the thing that they will start with. And that's how you need to guess what it is. And then they use information from hypothesis. It's not evidence-based. It's not clinical. There's no clinical trials in them. Nothing has been tried. And it's mostly hypothesis, traditional, personal opinion regarding following trends like diets. It's more of an authoritative advice rather than a rigorous scientific evidence based. Okay. So that's the difference between the two different parts of real wellness, and you have to concentrate on what is real wellness. So consequences of getting the other information from the other side, which is not giving you the right information, it's definitely ineffective because it's not it's built on something in the air without any foundation. Okay? So it has harmful outcomes. Also, these informations, they even try to do something more harmful, which is they create a treacherous misinformation, giving the impression that whatever the scientific people are saying has no consensus. That's how they start. And then say for a particular topic, they say they studied this but doesn't have a background. That's how they say. And then they get you into the trap of believing that the scientific thing is not right.
Not true,
On the whole, then what happens is that you start to leave the right one, you just disengage from the scientific part in the treatment, and then you go looking for other things. Meanwhile, your level of problems go high and above. So even highly educated people who are not in my field, I know even some doctors have been victims of this information.
Crazy.
So they come back to ask me whether this is right. Then I have to go and say, no, doctor, this is not right, because this is evidence-based. That's how it is. So we have to be very careful. It's a fine line between two, but you can easily diagnose those things which is right. And they don't claim, the ones which is clinically based, they don't claim big results.
Okay.
They always emphasize on long-term sustainable lifestyles, focuses on habits which is balanced, that can be easily done, no stress,
Right.
and then they don't promise big things.
Yeah.
Okay, this is good for you.
Yeah.
At the same time, it emphasizes on accepting your body image. So there is
acceptance is the
different
thing.
body styles,
Right.
different body styles, shapes and things like that. So
Everything, yeah.
this practice of this small easy steps helps you to accept the diversity of shape, the images and things like that.
Right.
The
So
other
true,
one,
so true.
it makes you focus on only one type.
One type.
Right,
Yeah.
yes.
But
You're
one type,
accepting.
even for example, now if I compare a Filipino body to a body from, say, Uganda, how do you think it's? The Ugandan lady is healthy, but the Filipino lady is made to be thin and small. She is more bulky and rounded. So that's how the ethnicity is.
But they're healthy in both ways.
Yeah.
Yes, both ways.
Both
Yeah.
ways. So
So
it
you
depends on
can't,
us.
yes,
Yeah.
you can't make this Ethiopian lady turn into a Filipino lady.
True. Very
Yeah,
true.
she has her own genes, she has her own conditions. That's how she is. So that's the thing, that's the message I would like to emphasize here, is not to be seduced by the information they give. Fast and quick results is not going to be beneficial. It's going to be more treacherous, going to cause you more harm and things like that. So just a brief on what we do as an evidence-based practice is, it depends on 5 things. So we ask, the first point is asking a question,
Okay.
and then we have to search. We don't find it, then we do research.
Right.
Okay. Then we critically appraise, meaning I have a group and I say this is right, but I will have to be getting the approval of another group.
Like a social
Or,
acceptance.
yeah, and
Okay.
also who is a scientific person.
Okay.
And then they will study and then say, okay, you might be right. Let's go do further research.
doctor council.
Peer-reviewed kind
So
of thing.
peer review and all these things, and then after that we implement it. Okay, after getting the consensus of those people who already made guidelines and who are all healthcare professionals
Right,
in
okay.
advanced.
Okay.
After implementation, what do? We evaluate.
Okay.
After a period of time, we evaluate whether my hypothesis is right
Right
or
or
wrong.
wrong. Right.
If it is
And
standard.
then you might get up some other critic in meanwhile who is doing the same research, and he can come up with further ideas. So I need to modify my research accordingly. So this is how evidence-based studies work, and everything is recorded,
Yeah.
and everything is bound for criticism.
Right.
But for the other one, they will never show you that somebody's criticizing their
Yeah, that's so
idea.
true.
Okay, so that's the thing that they have to look in. If there's no criticism in that particular advice or the trend or whatever it is, then
Something
consider
is
it
not
something
valid, yeah.
something is fishy around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something is very fishy.
yeah, true.
But that's like a lot of trend videos, like
Yeah.
what I eat in a day,
Yeah.
or like
Clean eating or
Yeah.
something like
So,
that.
so there's nothing as clean eating.
okay.
Okay,
Then
that
what is
clean
exactly
clean eating is a fake.
Then what is
It is a myth. Okay.
Okay.
So what the clean eating, if you want to say it clean in the matter of hygiene,
Okay.
yes, you need to wash your foods, you need to wash your hands, keep your environment clean, that's fine. Okay. But coming to clean eating, there are some foods that are processed foods, and there are some foods that are minimally processed,
Right.
and there are some foods which is ultra processed,
Ultra
highly
processed,
processed.
yes.
Okay?
Okay.
To me, the minimally processed foods and the unprocessed foods, which is the natural foods, are considered as healthy foods.
So
Yeah.
what do you
See.
exactly mean by minimally processed?
Okay.
foods?
When you take, for example, a banana, how many ingredients do you have in a banana?
One.
One. It's just a
Just,
banana.
just
Yeah.
one banana. That's one ingredient, okay?
Right.
But now if I'm going to look into a banana cake,
Okay.
okay, that's made with natural ingredients, which is say wheat flour. You add a lot of sugar,
Right.
butter, raisins, and banana,
Everything, yeah.
and then you bake it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have some process that's going into the steps of processing. At the same time, you have ingredients.
Right.
Okay, so that's called as a minimally processed food. You can't
Less
eat a
processes.
Yeah.
minimally processed
Okay.
food.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't eat the wheat flour just like that.
Ew.
You have to cook it.
Yeah.
So that's called minimally processed foods.
Okay.
Those are safer foods because
Yeah.
all the ingredients inside them are food ingredients.
Right.
There's no artificial ingredients inside. But take, for example, a healthy bar, a breakfast bar.
Okay.
Okay, and this breakfast bar may claim that it has high protein.
Yeah, 15%
Yes,
protein.
and then it might say sugar free,
Of
and
course.
it's very healthy.
Yeah.
Keeps you full all the day,
So
gives
true.
you energy. So that's a false claim.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we cannot stop these claims because that goes through legal issues. We have been fighting for this to have these claims put on the foods, but nothing, because those people are the ones who make the legislations are connected with the food industry. They get a lot of money through that. Okay, so coming to the granular bar or the breakfast bar, have you read through the ingredients?
Skim through, not
Yeah,
like in
you
detail.
will
Yeah.
maximum you'll have 2 ingredients or 3 ingredients, which is real food. The rest of it you will say antioxidant, stabilizer, sugar substitutes,
And some chemicals we can't even pronounce.
And those chemicals are names that you can't even read or pronounce. Numbers,
Right.
letters. Those are the ones that are dangerous to your system.
Okay, but I have a question though.
Yeah.
So protein bars are really popular within our age group, the youth,
yeah.
and me in specific, I am a protein bar person.
Okay.
So whenever like I mean, if I don't have time for breakfast or something, I grab a protein bar and I keep it with me. Or in my bag in my car, I have them. So I, like if I'm hungry, I eat them. So are protein bars like bad for you? Or,
Definitely, I will say you have lots of good proteins that you can just grab and eat.
Like, okay.
Right.
Like.
A tub of yogurt, okay? It
Okay.
gives you a lot
Okay,
of
yeah.
protein, gives you around 60 grams of protein, a small one. You have cottage cheese, you have yogurt, an egg, say a boiled egg. It's a very rich,
Vegetarian.
one of the best proteins you can ever have,
Okay.
Coming to vegetarian things, you can have a vada, which is a healthy one made of proteins.
Okay.
There's proteins and rice,
Right.
And if you're coming to ethnic foods, like for example momos, those are healthy proteins, okay, which is just made of real food. There's no additives into that.
So protein bars.
Was
end up
I
they
don't
are-
recommend. You will spend like 10 times more, but if you
Okay.
will to have a small egg sandwich, it takes like 2 minutes to put it between 2 slices of bread and take it. It's a very good healthy protein. Or even some peanut butter. It's
Right.
also a minimally processed food.
Right.
Okay, some cheddar cheese. Those are the things that is healthy.
For
You
breakfast.
can have a lot of protein combination and make your own proteins at home. You don't
Okay.
have to go to the protein bars. But like I said, if you go to those protein bars are designed to keep whole for a longer time.
Yes.
So they have preservatives, they have stabilizers. Why do you add stabilizers? It's just to maintain the taste all over. But for example, if I keep my peanut butter for a longer time at home,
It's gonna
it gets rancid.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means the fat is deteriorating. But these protein bars, they have a shelf life of more than a year.
Yeah, true.
So how do they keep that long? It's because of those
That's a
preservatives.
good.
So that's the
point.
stabilizers. Those are the things that keep them alive, and those are the ones that are really harmful to you.
Wow, and I've
Instead
been
of
eating one every day.
So it's easier for you to take a vada, take a egg, take something, a bowl of boiled chickpeas. It's a very good protein.
So these are all good for breakfast.
Breakfast,
Yeah, or on the go grab items.
Yes, and on this topic, I would recommend to do something which we have forgotten, which we have neglected. Your traditional foods. If you go back to all your traditional ethnic foods,
Okay.
those are all nutritious foods.
Yes.
At the same time, they are not they are minimally processed.
Yes.
Okay?
True.
So those days, people were never obese. They were never
True.
having diseases, chronic diseases. No. Why? They ate those foods which are mostly healthy,
Yeah.
and they never cared about body image.
True.
So if you look back into the lives of your grandmother, she wakes up early in the morning. She eats 10 times more than what we eat,
Yes.
and then
But-
she works the whole day. But
Yes,
she goes back to
exactly.
bed early.
Right.
That's the one thing that even my grandparents constantly tell me, that they eat
Yeah.
a lot, but they also exercise, not exercise, but their physical activity is a lot more
Yeah.
than us. Because even over here, we have university, we just travel in the metro, the bus, we sit at our table the whole day.
convenient.
Yeah. We're in office, we're sitting at our desk the whole day. Versus our grandparents, I don't know if people know this, but I'm going to say this in Hindi because I don't know how to say this in English. वो मसाले का जो ये रहता है,
Yeah.
they didn't have the
Silbatta.
हाँ, yeah. So like my grandmother at my age was doing that from
Silbatta and
yeah, and that's like
You know
exercise.
the secret behind that? Because your 3 big meals, you have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? The 3 big meals are put into 3 different ways. The body utilizes them in 3 different ways. The breakfast meal is the only meal that the body burns for your energy throughout the day.
Okay.
So you have something called as an energy. Even though you don't do any activity, you need energy for the
To
winking,
rest also
even
you need
winking of
energy.
your eyes,
Yeah.
your pumping of your heart, your working of your brain, and your GI system needs energy.
Right.
So breakfast is the only meal that's been broken down to provide energy for your activities throughout the day. So when our grandparents, what do you see? You see them, they eat early morning, a big breakfast.
Yeah.
Right.
So that pulls them throughout the day.
Hmm.
And they eat a smaller lunch probably, and then maybe a smaller dinner, but they go back to sleep early.
Yes, my grandparents barely have like
Yeah.
any dinner at all.
Yes.
My grandparents were like that. They
Yeah.
used to
So
do
that's
that.
that's the body. You know, our body is made of different like a clock. We have the different wheels. That's known as a biological
Yeah.
clock. So that's how it is. So our body, we are not nocturnal. We are day beings, and so we have a different way. By the way, when you say about biological clock,
Okay.
how does a body run? Body has a sets of enzymes, hormones that
Everything.
come into your system at certain times.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So when the scientists started studying on obese people, and they found out that these obese people had less of ghrelin and leptin. So leptin is one of the hormones which makes you feel full even with you eat. When you eat, you say, okay, I'm full, I don't want
Like
to
a
eat.
low appetite.
Not low appetite, it's like feeling full after eating little.
Okay.
I
So
feel
the-
full when
yeah.
eating a little.
Okay, that's okay, because you might have enough leptin. Okay.
Okay.
The other one is ghrelin, which makes you burn even the little you ate.
Oh.
Okay.
So like nothing is going into your body. Like
Yeah,
no
he
energy.
just uses it and
Okay,
just burns it.
okay.
Okay. So what happens is, they say, we have children who are growing. How do they grow? Because of the presence of growth hormone.
Yes.
So the growth hormone comes into the system in the early hours of the night. So children are expected to sleep in the
Yeah.
early hours of the night to get this growth hormone coming in. So they
Yeah.
grow better.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have hormones for breastfeeding mothers. So the breastfeeding mothers are supposed to feed their babies all through the night.
Right.
The more they feed in the night, the more they have milk through the day.
Okay.
Okay, the milk doesn't come because of what they eat, it's coming because of hormonal reflexes.
Okay.
Okay, so the same thing, this leptin and this ghrelin, they descend in our system when in the early hours of a night. And we are supposed to be at rest, bed rest, physically and mentally,
Mentally,
to
right.
have this.
Mm-hmm.
So early sleeping is very important to get this hormones in. So every hormone has a particular duty. Okay.
But how early do you mean? Like early
See,
sleeping?
early sleeping, I would say the early hours of the night is, when we have our prayers. You see, the last prayer happens, Isha happens in the early hours of the night.
Okay.
So now in summer days, it is prolonged because
At
we have
9
a
o'clock.
we have a longer day.
Okay. Yes.
In the other
yes.
times, so that is considered as a cutoff time.
9.
9.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the thing. And breakfast, when you say breakfast, the term breakfast, you know how it started?
Break
It's
your
to-
fast.
No.
No?
As good it is the meal that you take closer to daybreak.
Oh, okay. It's like
so
sunrise.
the earlier breakfast you take, the best work it will do.
Okay.
And to cut off time, I will say not more than 8 o'clock. After that, it's not considered as breakfast.
Okay. So before 8.
It's like a brunch. That becomes a brunch thing.
But a lot of people like me, in the morning I cannot consume anything.
Same.
I will carry my food with me, but until I don't reach to where I have to be,
Okay.
and I will go there. First thing I'll do is I'll eat.
Okay.
But when I'm leaving or when I'm like getting up, I can't eat anything. I feel
Same.
very nauseous.
Because you're not
Same.
used to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, ever since
I
you
have
have-
never
you've
had
just
breakfast.
changed your habits.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
But if you get used to it, then you will start doing it.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons, because you see what you have, the time you had your last meal and the breakfast time is quite long.
Right.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
so
long.
So
For me,
we
it's
have
12 hours at
something known
least.
as insulin rebounds and things like that. So those are the cause of certain metabolic problems. So missing your breakfast is very, very not advisable. You have to start an early meal. And the research shows that those people who don't take a breakfast, meaning before 8 o'clock something, a big meal, are either obese or underweight, one of them.
Oh, it's us, basically us.
Yeah, it's like that.
Because what happens is with me and like Arya as well, like we reach home like past dinner.
Okay.
So sometimes it's 8, sometimes it's 9, sometimes 10, depending on like
Okay.
traffic, where we are.
As,
But then
as much as possible.
we come home, then we eat, then we need like a little bit of gap between we eat and we sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like considering that, it stretches to like 11, 12, it goes
Yeah.
on for 1 sometimes.
Okay,
So,
that's
It
too
does
low.
not go to one for me, but then the thing is, I have to shower for the next day as well. So eating, packing my
So
bag,
routine,
making
basically, yeah.
the lunch for the
Why
next day.
don't you
and
try showering in the morning?
I do
cannot.
that.
Okay.
I am
that.
very, very drowsy in the morning, and my speed is naturally slower
Okay.
in the morning. So
Okay.
I cannot. Like, there's a high chance I'll fall asleep
Uh,
in the bathroom.
Okay.
So I'm not risking that.
So try doing it 1 or 2 times when you're at home, and then maybe you'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Because early morning shower is very
It's a
good.
very, very
Yes,
good
yeah.
thing. And
You
at
see,
least-
you see India.
yeah.
You can see people even before it's dark, they're already taking
yeah,
a shower.
yeah.
So that's the healthy point of it. We've
Yeah.
given up all our traditions.
Because at least for Hindus, like at least for us, in my house, we first thing we have to do is get up, shower, and then pray.
Yeah.
And like water the plants. Without showering, you're not getting out of the house.
Correct.
Or like even entering the kitchen.
Correct.
Back in my hometown, like when my grandparents were there, they wouldn't allow us to step out of our room.
Which is very good. That's what we've forgotten.
So we are
So
still
when you
practicing it.
when you look into those grandparents' life,
Mhm.
they were happy.
Yeah.
They were not. I mean, the body image didn't matter for them.
True, true.
They ate much more than us. They never had these chronic diseases what we are facing today.
Yeah.
So they were happy people. We just forgot. Those were the real things that is being. The human being is being programmed to do those kind of things. So
Yeah.
we give up this, and then we result in lots of things.
True.
Okay.
But then what do we do when we don't like certain healthy foods? Okay, like I have never liked capsicums in my life.
Okay.
How do I actually...
Okay. I want to know what's your definition of a healthy food.
It's not necessarily, as we said, minimally processed
Yeah,
food
okay.
or the natural whole food. But sometimes, like, okay, I do not like capsicum, but I love cauliflowers.
Okay.
She does not
Okay.
like cauliflower.
So that's easy. So if you don't like something,
Mm-hmm.
you can change it into a different way. If you make a say a vegetable patty and
Mm-hmm.
you have hidden cauliflower, she's not going to feel the taste of cauliflower.
I did that for my cousins, yes.
Yeah.
That's how our moms fool us when we were younger. They mix vegetables and they give it to us.
Yes. So it don't make it compulsory for that. Okay, I need to take my capsicum. No.
Yeah.
You have other alternatives. You can take something, but try to add a little bit. So that, and go more with your ethnic vegetables. Like I said, some of the people, they don't have capsicum as their ethnic vegetable. If you go down in South India, people don't.
Oh, yeah, they
don't
don't
have
have it
calcium.
capsicums.
I'm from Chennai. So you will never see those days. But now because of the trends and things, you can see lots of those days. We never used to have capsicum. It was once in a rare thing.
Wow.
We call it Shimla mirch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It used to
Shimla
come-
mirch, yeah.
It has to come from Bangalore or Shimla, and then we used to add that in our cooking. That was a rare cooking. So it is seasonal. So look to your seasonal vegetables. Here in UAE, there's no seasonal.
Yeah, because
Everything is
everything is
available.
imported.
So everything is available all times during the year.
But I've noticed in like supermarkets here, I've seen like they have like a glass thing and they're showing that they're growing vegetables.
Okay.
But like I don't know if you've seen in Carrefour and all.
Yeah.
Like there's like a
But it's
box.
herbs, no?
Yeah, but like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's indoor, and it's under AC, and I see like some things going out of the box over there.
Okay.
I have a huge doubt that that's not like naturally grown.
Okay. Anyway, that leads to another question, which is organic and conventional foods.
Yeah.
Okay. So the research says that organic foods were not different at all from the conventional foods.
Really, but
Yeah.
they're sold at a higher price.
Yeah, that's all. That's how they cheat you. So studies have very clearly shown that they don't give any nutritional benefits compared to the other the
So it's
counterpart.
just a label
It's
that they are
just a
telling
label.
us.
Okay. The same study also goes to say that the other foods, the counterparts of organic, are not bad because they are having pesticides but in control amounts.
Okay.
Okay. Now let me go to explain what is an organic food.
Okay.
Okay, there is no evidence or no legislation that says your organic food is a confirmed organic. Okay, so how do they base your organic food? What's your definition of organic food?
I mean, as much as I've seen on internet and everything that they are grown without any pesticides,
Good.
anything
Oh.
else. They're naturally grown and they're
Aren't
Okay.
all
Okay.
grown naturally?
no, they
Okay.
put pesticides.
No,
for
but that's
fast
healthy.
growth.
Okay, so
Why
to
not?
define, to tell you more about organic foods are grown in an area where the conventional pesticides or the other things, the herbicides and other things, the chemicals, are not used in that plot for more than 13 years.
13.
Yeah.
13.
One
But
thing.
doesn't that depreciate the
No.
Soil.
So
quality?
they just say, so that's how they have to define as an organic food.
Okay.
So the food is grown in that particular land where it is been free of pesticides or any other chemicals, and then you plant your food. By the way, organic food plantations and agriculture also have a long list of fertilizers and pesticides.
So they're
Okay?
telling that
Yeah.
it's organic,
So
but
these
they're...
they say they claim they have a natural origin.
Okay.
Okay, like we say ultra processed and things. So they claim that they have a natural origin.
Okay.
Okay, but when you come to the pesticides and these other things, how much to be used, there's no limits for them. So there's no restrictions that you have to use this pesticide only to this level
Okay.
and this amount and these things. But for the other ones, they have a limit. I can't use urea more than the limits. If they will come and test my soil, I'll be in problem. So they have a definite restrictions on how much to use those chemical things and things like that. At the same time, one of the organic pesticides or the fertilizers which they use is a pesticide. You know,
Okay.
so this specific pesticide, piscis is fish.
Okay.
You know the fish farms they have.
Yeah.
So if I am cultivating, say, salmons, okay,
Okay.
and then in that same pond, you get some red snappers or other fishes coming around. So they might eat up these small fishlings of this,
yeah.
or they might eat up their food. So they want to kill those extra fishes.
Okay.
So this chemical is added in those ponds and to kill those extra fishes, and that's one of the major fertilizers used in organic produce. So if it can kill fish,
Yeah, wouldn't that
what can
damage
it
salmon?
not do?
But they
My
started
God.
cultivating salmon in UAE, and I love salmon.
Yeah.
This is concerning. I had salmon like last week.
Okay, but so don't go to, like I said, don't go to extremes. But I just want to give you the impression of people who are so much obsessed with organic.
Yeah.
So organic is not just pesticide free. Okay, but there is
Much
lots of
more.
incidences when people ate organic food and they got salmonella, they got Listeria, and so many other
It should be
Campylobacter.
illegal.
So, and they pay how much money?
They pay almost double.
Salmon prices double since they started cultivating it here.
Yeah, but organic is much more.
Organic is always higher than the
Higher.
normal one.
So don't get duped. Eat all foods. Okay, every food is okay. That's why I don't want you to be obsessed. So
Right.
what is healthy, what is not healthy? Try to eat all natural foods.
Yeah.
Don't exclude them as this not being healthy, that's not clean, this is not clean. No.
But what about people who are like picky? Like I'm very picky with
Same.
my food.
Okay, picky eaters, we have strategies for them. Okay.
Okay.
So
please
now
tell us.
even for the kids, from in my home also we have people who are picky eaters. Okay. So how do you say that they don't like the food? Is according to research, I should be exposing them to the food.
Okay.
I should not force them. Okay. First, that's the main important point. So if I expose a food for say 21 and above times and then they refused, that's the time I can say, okay, he doesn't like this food. Until then, I have to keep trying.
Okay.
Because that's the human tendency. They will start talks. I had a child who needs to be fed through the tube on the stomach, and she can eat a little bit, but she had a heart issue.
Okay.
So we told the mother she can take yogurt, cheese and things. But the mother said no, she doesn't like any of that. She's a picky eater. That's why we put a tube on her and then we fed her. I told the mother, just leave the yogurt. Let her see. Let her come back. Let her meddle with it. Let her feel through it. Then I gave her an appointment after 1 month. The next month she comes back and says she takes like 5 spoons.
Wow.
She started to explore it. She started to taste it, but the mother didn't force her.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the point.
So experimenting is
you have
Yeah.
to experiment it, learn the taste yourself, and then slowly you will accept it. Because
Yeah.
that's the human innate taste, And the same thing goes with sugar.
Okay.
So instead of you buying all the sugar substitutes, which is very harmful for your system, and it makes you crave for more food,
Yeah.
and children become hyperactive not because of sugar, but because of sugar substitutes.
Yes.
Okay.
So what you say is you give the sugar. Even sugar is a learned taste for human beings.
Yeah.
Yes,
Human
yes.
being, it's not innate. So human beings learn the taste as they grew up.
Right.
Okay, so it's easier to give up on all learned things. So you start to eat sugar, reduce it every day, and then take it off slowly. You will not even feel that there's no sugar.
Yeah, I've been doing that right
Yeah.
now. I've been reducing
Yeah.
sugar.
Yeah.
But like a lot of times I feel for me personally when I eat chocolate or like something sweet like sugar, but mostly chocolates, I feel, how do I say, happier, like a dopamine hit.
Yes.
I would say, and it makes my brain work
Correct.
better.
So you have a craving for that. That means your system is looking for some kind of a fast energy.
Yeah, but
And
like
sugar.
I don't want to take it very frequently because again chocolates are
Yeah,
the
not very
best.
frequently. So the rule of the thumb here is little of everything, variety.
Okay.
Little of everything, but not too much of one thing.
Excuse me.
If you practice that, you will never go wrong. So you have a variety. I have a chocolate bar, small chocolate, say some vegetables, some snacks, even if it is fried Kentucky chicken, even French fries, it's okay. But go for smaller
Little.
amounts, eat everything, small variety, and little of everything, but not too much of one thing. So if you eat a whole chocolate bar, then you're going wrong.
Yeah.
But eating little doesn't matter. Okay.
Moving on. When we're like on the go, like as we said, we come home at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and we still have to meal prep for the next day, and I have to leave usually around 6 o'clock in the morning. I do not have enough time to be
In the
cooking
morning,
a full
yeah.
meal, either morning or night. Any on the go or can be cooked in half an hour type of food ideas.
Like I said, peanut butter is a good choice. You can boil you don't like it. Okay, if you can boil eggs and put it in the fridge, it's not really.
Yeah,
it can stay for 3 to 4 days.
Okay.
Go back to your traditional foods again.
Mm-hmm.
So those days they didn't
But
have
they
refrigerator.
take so much time to
No, you
cook.
can even keep it. Your old chapatis, yesterday's chapatis.
So like
I use
leftover.
rice, so I make
Okay.
rice. Rice is easy. You can just put it on
Okay,
the stove
if
and
even
serve.
yesterday's rice is fine.
Yeah.
Okay, you just take the yesterday's rice,
Yeah.
add something like yogurt. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, a few grapes on the yogurt.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can have a boiled egg with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, those, or a banana with that, or some strawberries, or mango.
Yeah,
Those days
mango sticky
traditionally,
rice,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Traditionally, people used to eat yogurt and rice with mangoes and bananas. If you go back to my place, they love eating yogurt and rice with bananas or mangoes.
So usually what I do at my house is my mom cooks extra for dinner and I take that same thing.
That's a very good practice.
For-
Yeah, that's a very good practice. You
Yeah, my
just
mom's
have
like, cook yourself.
Yeah.
No, because
You know.
because of lack of time, she cooks extra, and then the next day the same meal has been.
So
consumed.
your meal is very well balanced. You have
Yes.
some fruits. You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
try to put everything into it, and then you get. So you don't need those supplements at all.
This is
So this is what I've been warning my people all the time. You don't. A healthy person doesn't need supplements
Supplements as in
like vitamins or say omega 3. Omega 3 is considered as a trace element. Now coming to supplements, you know, we have the macronutrients, which is the proteins, fats, carbs, and what else?
vitamins, minerals, protein, carbs.
No, don't go
fats.
with the macronutrients.
Macro.
Proteins, carbs, fats,
multivitamin.
vegetables.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, so the protein, carbs, and the fats, which we call, okay, so proteins, carbs, fats, and these are the macronutrients. Okay, now the rest are called micronutrients. Why are they called micronutrients? Because they are required in very small amounts. You just go and see the label when you
Yeah.
I mean the tables. There is something known as recommended dietary allowances. You can Google that and see.
okay.
So that is known as that is a research based one, but it's not done on all the populations. It was done in the continent of America, but it was
Okay.
done for healthy people.
Okay.
So they went and they studied the population, and they said, okay, this person needs to eat this much of vitamin C to prevent from scurvy.
Okay.
And then they took that level and they multiplied it 3-4 times, and then they put it there as a level of requirement of vitamin C. So that's what the tables are there. We use those tables, and that's roughly for 2 standard deviations more than the real requirement. Okay, so a human being, say for example, a lady who is 50 years old, she just needs 10 milligrams of vitamin C to prevent scurvy, because the deficiency disease caused by deficiency of vitamin C is scurvy. Okay, so you just need 10 milligrams of vitamin C. If you take, you will not get scurvy.
Okay.
But our tables say that the requirement for that lady is around 70 milligrams per day.
That's
Per
a
day.
lot.
70 milligrams, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, now coming to how much of 70 milligrams of vitamin C you need. That's like 1 orange.
That's it.
One
That's it.
orange gives you enough of vitamin C for your day. Now, if you go back and look into your ascorbic acid supplements, which is not even food based, that's derived from petroleum products, nothing is less than 1000 milligrams. Some
It's
of them they give
insane.
3000 milligrams. Okay, now this is not even food. You're taking into the
Petroleum,
sustenance. And we have in the same tables, when you go down to read, you have the upper limits and you have the toxic levels.
Yeah.
Imagine 70 and where's the 3000. So you're
That's
taking one
crazy.
vitamin C capsule every day. So you're taking this and you're thinking that's going to do good for you,
But
but
doing
your
the
body
opposite.
is undergoing a lot of stress. Your liver, your kidneys have to work extra hard to remove this.
I would say one thing with coming to supplements. So I had an eating disorder. So
In some cases we need them. For example, like I said, if I want to give, say you need say extra 40 grams of proteins, and I have a patient who needs extra 40 grams of protein. He's very sick and he can't eat enough, so I need to give him like 40 grams of proteins. So 40 grams of proteins will amount to like 6 eggs, and then say a full jug of milk or a big thick steak.
it's like 2 days
Okay.
meal plan.
So if he's sick, he's not going to eat all that.
yeah.
But my supplement, which is small, can give him enough.
Yeah.
So that's useful for those kind of people. But the healthy people, they don't have to eat this. So, okay. But on the whole, these supplements are ultra processed.
Yeah.
Like I said, the processing is not even from food. It's from
petroleum.
inorganic compounds, which is petroleum products, acetylene, acetone, the nail polish remover.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my God.
That's the precursor of vitamin C.
Oh my God. Okay, I've had vitamin D supplements.
So vitamin D, the best thing is
Sun.
exposure to the sun. You expose for 15 minutes, and you get good enough for 2 weeks.
I walk in the sun for over 15 minutes and I still got my blood test and the vitamin D test, and my levels were still low.
Sometimes we say that this is being overdone, the vitamin D especially. Okay, but the best thing is to be exposed, and you can take vitamin. You can have egg yolk, has good amounts of vitamin D. Fish and all these things, they give you enough vitamin C. You don't have to worry to take extra. But when you get back to your normal after your deficiency, if you cross the normal limits, don't go for it.
They say that vitamin D supplements, at least the ones that I'm prescribed, you're not supposed to take every day. It's supposed to be once a week only.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
because that's concentrated. Yeah. That's like 6,000 units. Again, that's another
No,
issue.
I think it's 5,000, not 6,000.
5,000 units, international units. So that's what we give you for 1 week. But I would say go for smaller doses every day rather than taking this.
But
Okay.
staying in Dubai or like UAE in general, it's really hot here, and
Yes.
you cannot stay in the sun for more than 5 minutes.
Correct.
At least me, I'll get like sunburns.
Okay.
I'll turn red. My acne
Okay.
will come up. I'll
Okay.
feel dizzy.
Correct.
So it's
So
really difficult.
go for the times when the sun is really not hot. Okay, that
Evening.
heatness is required for your absorption of vitamin C.
Oh,
Unless
okay.
the skin is not getting hot,
Mm.
your sunlight is not crossing your skin barrier to give you that vitamin D. So that heat is required.
So what
that-
is the best
So
time?
you can say now in the hot season, I will say 8 to 9, just go around your house for 4 times.
Mm.
It's 15 minutes. Expose your hands and your face.
But 8 to 9 evening, morning.
Morning.
Morning 8 to 9. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Mm.
Night it's more dull.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So that heat, the new research says that your skin need to be heated to get those vitamin D absorbed into your system.
So 15 minutes morning,
Yeah,
8 to 9
yeah,
is the
2
best
to 3
time.
days in a week. You don't have to do it every day.
Mm.
2 to 3 days in a week is enough for you.
Mm.
Plus you take the regular foods. When I say a balanced diet, you see, we dietitians, we never use the word healthy.
Mm.
We either say nutritious food or beneficial foods. We never use the word healthy. So this healthy is a misconception,
It's
misnomer,
Yeah.
and people take it to extreme.
Yeah.
Okay? So everything is healthy, everything is needed for health. So when you say a balanced diet, I would say my plate should have some carbs, which is rice or paratha or potatoes or macaroni or pasta. Anything
Yeah.
is there. That's the carbs. Then I
Yeah.
should have a little bit of proteins, which is needed for my tissue repair and things. I need those fruits and vegetables for my micronutrients. I need a little bit of milk and milk products for my calcium and vitamin D. So if I have all this available, I can get that 70 milligrams of vitamin C. And you know how much iron is required?
Oh, I find
It's less than,
deficiency, I
well,
can't-
everything is below 1 gram. Everything is below 1 gram.
Oh my God.
That's why they call it micronutrients. And the trace elements are worse. It's you just need like 0.00 milligrams of that. For example, omega-3 or selenium, or these are called trace elements, not even micronutrients, much lesser.
Yeah.
So you don't have to rush to take this much.
Mm.
And too much doesn't make you any benefit.
Yeah,
And people are
extreme
studying
is
now to say that excess intake of these micronutrients and trace elements can be leading to other complications, which is like cancer or
True.
other diseases. Okay.
Okay.
True.
Okay.
But then how do we diagnose other... not diagnose, because self-diagnosis is very, very wrong and we should not.
Okay.
But how do we notice that, okay, there might these signs or actions might be leading towards an eating disorder, binge eating, or body image dysmorphia, or anorexia? How do we identify at the early stage so we can either go and get it properly diagnosed or go to a dietitian who can give us a proper solution?
Okay. So the first thing you have to watch, some of the cues, or the first thing you have to look is how good they are with you as a group.
Okay.
If they are secluded and they have a different way of eating, or they are avoiding something, or they are doing something, that causes the question. You have to be curious about it. Okay, then they look into figures where they are relating body images. They have low performance in school. Those are the cues that and then definitely dietitian doesn't diagnose that. Dietitian addresses that on having a variety and things like that. The one who should do that is a psychologist.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to take her to the psychologist, and she and me, we sit together and do our patients. Okay, and then we study their food habits, and then we address that slowly. We have to gain their confidence and then build it up slowly, and then we start to address. But once it reaches to the extreme stage, it's very difficult for us to address it. I have a very good patient who is a big adult, and if you look, a very robust person. He was like 7 years or 8 years ago, but then he got this impression, and now even with very little thing, he is avoiding. You can see he's like 180 centimeters tall, but his weight is 36.
What?
Yeah. And we are feeding him through the tube. Even that, he cheats.
I can relate to that, because a lot of the times it's like the food is in front of me and I'm just staring at it, and I cannot get myself to eat it. Like it's right there and I can't eat it. Even if there's like a normal size plate, even if I've taken half of it, I will eat a little bit simply because my parents are forcing me, but I cannot finish it.
It takes a long time.
Yeah,
it takes a long time. Again, you have to start to change your lifestyle. Early mornings, breakfast, slowly, and then going to sleep early.
Yes.
Getting into more activities and hobbies. This will help you. Forget about the body image.
That's a little difficult.
Yeah. Because I told you, happiness is just not because of body image. Psychologists have studied it very well, and they said the real happiness comes by giving
Yes.
and making others happy.
True.
Yes.
So
Okay.
true.
Yes.
And if you look at those characters who were really happy, you look at Santa Claus, and
Yeah.
you look at the happy Buddha,
Laughing with
and those are the things.
True.
So they are all fat people. They were happy, they were giving people. So not to worry about everything.
Basically,
Yes.
fat is not bad.
This is because of the meat.
That's such a nice way to put it. Fat is not bad. Sorry.
Okay. Fat is not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't look at one body and say, I want to be like that.
True.
I'm a different body, and I'm unique. I'm much better.
Yes.
I'm good in what I am.
True.
Yes.
So true.
So-
Okay? So I don't have to worry about
Perfect.
being another one. That is my genuine thing. That is my original thing. I'm one, I'm unique, I'm original.
You're better than
Perfect.
everyone
Yes.
else.
I'm not going to be, I cannot be duplicated by another one.
Yes.
So
So
true.
that's what we need to have. So it's me. I have to
Amazing.
love me.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
That's all universe is about.
Yes.
Loving
Yes.
yourself, accepting and understanding what's
And
the best
moreover,
for us.
we've been created differently.
Yeah.
So
But with that, we come to the end of this episode. Always remember to eat mindfully, not restrictively, and do what makes you happy.
Thank Ms. Bathool for such insightful knowledge for today's episode. I hope this helped everyone. It helped me a lot and Arya
Same,
a lot.
a lot. Thank you
a
so
lot
much.
of new information.
Welcome, most welcome.
Thank you so much for coming up and exploring us to all these
Exposing.
welcome.
exposing us to all these new topics.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm ready to answer questions. If anybody has, you can forward those questions to me.
Absolutely.
For
Sure,
sure.
sure.
Okay, so that's how we learn also.
Yes.
Yes.
So true. So true.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Another episode down, and you're one step closer to leveling up your life.
Stay true to yourself and connected with us. We'll see you in the next episode.
We've got your back.